Let's install this 10,000 BTU Toshiba window AC in this Jalousie window. The window has an aluminum frame, drywall interior finish, and 2 cranks. I'll get rid of the bottom crank and keep the top crank. One immediate problem is that the top support trim that I plan to install will interfere with the top crank that I want to keep. If I shim the crank out the thickness of the trim, will it still work? I cut and installed 2 pieces of wood trim as a test. The crank was shimmed out and raised by using the bottom mounting holes in the crank, with the top mounting holes in the window frame. The crank worked perfectly. The next issue was figuring out the slope of the AC unit. According to the installation instructions, the difference in height of the back as compared to the front should be 1 to 1 3/8 inches for 10,000 to 14,500 BTU units. For typical double hung window installations, the metal bottom rail would press in on the window stool, and the metal top rail would press out on the bottom rails of the window sash. I assembled this cardboard square and placed it on the AC unit like so. The vertical edge aligned with the metal top and bottom rails, and with the horizontal edge aligned with the front top corner of the unit. The back of the unit would be only 9/16 of an inch lower than the front. The slope needed to be at least 1 inch for the 10,000 BTU unit I was installing. So I tilted the cardboard square. The vertical edge still aligned with the metal top rail, and the horizontal edge still aligned with the front top corner. But I marked and placed the back corner 1 1/4 inch from the horizontal edge. This resulted in the vertical edge being pushed back 1/2 inch behind the metal bottom rail. I would need to factor this into the installation. This 1x2 trim will be used to secure the top of the AC unit. The 3/4 of an inch thickness fits perfectly inside the metal top rail. As for the metal bottom rail, I'll install a wood stop that will need to be offset from the top trim. That's where the 1/2 inch I measured earlier with the cardboard square comes into play. Kicking the metal bottom rail 1/2 inch will allow for the proper 1 1/4 inch slope. Another wood stop will be installed on the window side, and the gap between the stops will secure the metal bottom rail. The wood top rail will prevent the AC unit from being lifted. Enough of the prep work. Let's start the installation. I started with the interior stool. It had to be shimmed on the left for a level installation. All the wood trim was sealed with this exterior clear sealant. 2.5 inch grooves were used to reach the framing member below, and the outer edge was sealed to the aluminum window frame. The exterior stool was also secured with 2.5 inch screws. The front, side, bottom, and front edge were all sealed. Next, the bottom window crank was removed. And the wood shim was installed on each side of the window frame. 1 1/4 inch long screws were used, and the front, bottom, and side of the window trim were sealed. 19.5 inches wide to accommodate the AC unit. Now for the interior wood stop. Space from the aluminum frame. The thickness of the top wood trim plus 1/2 inch. 3 inch long screws were used to grab the framing below. Next, the exterior wood stop space 1 1/4 inch from the interior stop. Again, the metal bottom rail would be placed in the gap. 3 inch screws were used here too, and the bottom, side, and fronts were sealed. On each end of both stops, where the bottom rails would be located, extra 3 inch screws were added to better secure the wood in place and firmly hold the metal bottom rails. Time to remove the glass jalousies. I decided to add another 1x2 wood trim. This will double up the support for the metal top rail. I cut 1/4 by 4-inch pieces of trim to be placed in the Jalousie operators. These will be sealed and keep water from entering the opening. A continuous top slat was installed. And again, all would be sealed to keep water from entering the opening. Wood trims were placed on each side to firmly hold the vertical bar, which prevents the wood slats from opening. Foam weather stripping was placed on the exterior wood stop, and my son helped me lift and place the AC unit into the opening. The left side had to be shinned up to level the AC unit, but the wood stop still secured the unit in place. 1.5-inch screws went through the interior wood trim, the aluminum frame, and the exterior wood trim. On the right side, the screws were also used to hold the window crank. An 1.5-inch screw was screwed through the center hole provided in the metal top rail, and I drilled holes and added additional screws on each end for added strength. A piece of wood trim was fitted to fill the gap below the continuous wood slat. It was sealed to the top of the AC unit, and any water getting to that point would run to the sides and down to the opening below. An additional wood trim filled the gap and was sealed to the top of the unit for added protection. The wood slats were also sealed to the side of the AC unit. Under the AC unit, the foam weather stripping I placed earlier filled the gaps. I almost forgot to check the slope and used some cardboard to hold the level. The front of the unit to the level measured 2 inches, and the back of the unit measured 3 5/16, a 1/16 of an inch off from the 1 1/4 inch I was shooting for. The AC unit was fixed in place and wasn't going anywhere, but HOA rules required that metal braces be installed. The braces added strength. They were painted to match the building colors and were bolted to the underside of the AC unit too. The AC unit was a dripless model but included an overflow drain, so I installed a drain line and painted it to match the building. I did not paint the top of the clear tubing so I can easily see if it gets clogged. Here's a tip for the drain line. Since there will be no water pressure, just use caulking to glue the fittings and pipes together. Touch-up painting completed the exterior work. Back to the interior. The sides would need to be covered with trim, and at the top a sill was installed, sloped to the outside, with a stop piece. Both would need to clear the window crank. And here is the finished interior work. 1/4-inch trim on the sides, 1/2-inch trim to fill the bottom gap, window sill and stop, and a finish spacer for the window crank. Here's another look at the installation from the interior and exterior. And here's another installation in a larger window. Now to enjoy the cool air.